Hello, and welcome to this edition of Power Praise, I Praise, Bible class, you name it, it's everything all wrapped up in one training video. If you're watching this, you're getting ready for a very special Sunday, this coming Sunday, which is Easter 2013, March 31st. And this Sunday we are a very special program planned for all of our children, up from nursery all the way up through 5th grade, and so we wanted to tell you a little bit about how it's going to work for this Sunday, especially for those of you that have been our normal Bible class teachers. I know that because of having so many families and children here on Easter, it's actually physically impossible to get everybody in the building all at once. So to help alleviate that, we're having two identical programs, both services, first and second. So we'll be having our Power Praise and I Praise in first service, and our same Power Praise and I Praise in second service. So what we're asking is all of you to serve in one and go to service in the other, just like you normally would during a traditional week. So how this works is, if you are a Bible class teacher, you've probably never seen these training videos before. We usually send them out each week for our children's worship volunteers so they can know what to expect. So without any further ado, I'm going to tell you exactly how the program works, especially those of you that are seeing this for the first time. Those of you that see this every week, you get to see me a little longer than 2.5 minutes, so I apologize. So how Power Praise and I Praise works is we ask all of our servants to be there at 9 o'clock if you're at first service, or 10:30 if you're at second service. If you're there at 9 o'clock, you'll be greeting the kids. We'll start the program about 9:15. Because it's Easter, we have a very special thing planned for our kids. The first 15 minutes we'll be playing some games, both in Power Praise and I Praise. These are games to get to kind of just fun and excitement and get them excited about Easter. And then afterwards we're going to have our traditional format, which is our 5th week of Power Up. You'll see 2 PDFs attached, and Power Up is a series we've been doing for the last 4 weeks, and we're on the 5th week of an 8-week series. And so I know it's not dedicated specifically to Easter, in that it's not a one-day Easter program. It actually is very much relevant to Easter, especially this week's lesson. Last week we talked about giving our lives to Christ and what Christ did for us and how he died on the cross for us, and then how he in turn rose from the dead. So we've already covered the basic of what Easter is, and then today we're going to be talking about being humble, and how we can be humble can play a big part in being appreciative of what Jesus did for us and sharing that with others. So it's a really good send-off to what our kids are going to be taking from the Easter experience into the weeks to come, and how they can share the joy of Jesus with their friends and not be selfish or boastful about it. So we're going to talk about these two activities in just a second. But first off, if you can be there at 9 or 10:30, greet the kids. We'll start our games at about 9:15 or 10:45. And at 9:15 or 10:45, they can do some games. We have some really neat prizes for those if they accomplish the whole goals of the game. That could be they win the world's largest gummy worm, which would be very exciting. You can see that picture of that, and then there's kind of a thing of them holding it. Very cool. Or they could possibly win the world's largest gummy bear. This baby's 5 pounds of cherry deliciousness. It's going to be awesome to see which kid wins that. Or they could win the world's largest sugar daddy at 1 pound of sugar daddiness. This is a dentist's dream. This will help pay a dentist's salary for an entire year, whoever eats this. So it's going to be a lot of fun for the kids to be a part of that. We're also going to have special visitors. We're going to have the Easter Bunny coming, bringing special treats to all the kids in Power Praise and I Praise, both services. And then we also will have... My phone's ringing. We also will have Harpman coming, and Harpman will come play his harp for us in both services for both Power Praise and I Praise. So that's all the things happening before we get started. Then once we get started, we'll sing worship songs that'll really bring the kids into worship with God. It'll be the lights will be down. It'll be very purposeful, and you'll get to see the kids worship, which you may not have got to experience if you've not been in part of Power Praise or I Praise, and that is amazing. And I promise you will be richly blessed by it and get to experience that. Then after we've done our the worship and video, where we go through a video and they kind of go through these activities, then we'll break out into small groups, where that's where you come in. We'll have these 2 small group activities. You read through these and you'll do them with our small groups. So we'll start at about 10, 15. You'll have about 20, 25 minutes with the kids. Or we'll start at about 11:30, 11:35, and again you'll have about 20 minutes with the kids. And the 2 activities are thank you very much, where the children will make a list of times they've been successful and that people they can thank for helping them. Talking about it takes a lot to see how blessed we are. So that's a very good activity. The second one is I'm too good for that, and this is stories that they're going to look at, and they're going to about kids who did not listen to the rules and did not follow. And what makes what Jesus did for us so important is that he had a plan for us. And if we don't follow his plan, we're not going to get to experience the blessings that he has given us through his gift. So please read over those. Be excited. Be on time. We really are looking forward to a great week, and we will see you all Sunday this coming Easter.